Sorry, things ain't working too good. Gotta plug this in. Here's a saying from Anonymous. On Richard side, the difficulties in life. Difficulties in life are intended to make us better. The difficulties in life are intended to make us better, not bitter. Difficulties in life are intended to make us better, not bitter. So you ain't whining and griping about, I wish it was like this, or I want it to be like this. It's going to make you better. Put fives on the bar to do your squat workout. Then you're getting stronger. You got to strain a little bit. All right, today we're going to finish up 5 necessities. I want to review something here. It's awkward not having y'all here, not having someone here and responding. And if y'all have a question or don't understand the way I'm saying it, I hate that, but hopefully this will work. Like I said, if you have any problems or questions or wonder what something is, let me know on that remind deal, and I can review it later on and make a new one. All right, so credit cards. I know we did this. Revolving credit. The horrible thing about credit cards, if you hold a balance, if you keep money on it, okay, if you buy something and you make the minimum payment, remember, if you make the minimum payment, all you're really paying is the interest. So that the interest adds up, and it adds up daily. You don't have to be writing this down unless you didn't get it last time. This is all the last one we did, the revolving credit. The interest adds up daily. So it's like you're treading water and you're just trying to stay above water. You're drowning in it. It's frustrating. With credit cards, you don't know. What I mean by that is you don't know when you're done paying it off if you hold a balance on there. You don't know really how much you're paying. You don't know how much you owe. You don't know when you're done, and it's just a horrible feeling. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. So we think that makes sense. With credit cards, you don't know the total you're going to end up owing. You don't know what you owe. You don't even know what your payment is. You don't know how much interest you're paying. It's awful, okay? Installment debt is different. This is the one we're starting today. Installment debt, where did I put it? Did I leave it at home? I left it at home. Oh, there. Number 11, installment debt. This is set monthly payments. When I say set, it means if you got a 36-month car loan, if you got a 30-year home loan, those payments, those number of payments, if it's a 36-month car loan, you got 36 payments. When you pay your 35th payment, you know you got one more left. When you pay your first payment, you got 35 more. You know, okay? With installment debt, you know. You know how many payments you got. You've got set interest. Yeah, when you get your car, let's say car loan, when you get this car loan, they're going to add the interest in. first day. That's it. It's a lump sum interest that's added to the loan. Say you're buying a car for $25,000. They will add the $3,500 in interest. That amount will not change as long as you make your payments and everything. That will not add interest. It's not building. That's the amount you're paying. Okay? That's the amount you're paying right there. That's it. So your loan total is $28,500. You know what your interest is. You know the total. You know the total you're paying. You know his total. You know everything. Now, yes, it's negative because you are paying more than what the car is worth, but you know every payment you make, you're making progress. You're not drowning. If you're in the ocean, you're out in the ocean a little bit, and you're swimming. As you get closer to the shore, you touch ground, and now you can walk in. So the closer you get to shore, the easier it is to get in. You know with installment debt. Credit card debt, you don't know. Installment debt, you do know. If that makes sense. I hope that kind of makes sense. That's what's livable about installment debt. You're not drowning in it. Yes, it's a loan. Yes, you're paying interest. But you know everything up front. It doesn't drive you crazy. All right? Now, I will tell you with installment debt. And we'll get to that. I think we're going to get to this later. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Now, credit report. We talked about this the other day. Credit report is if you're applying for a loan. If you're applying for a loan, if you go to Best Buy and you want to get a Best Buy credit card, that's applying for a loan. If you go to the bank to apply for a loan, if you're trying to get a car loan, okay, any of it, it's not limited to this, just give an example. If you apply for a loan, they are going to run your credit. They're going to type some stuff in and get to this Equifax or some of these other companies that do your credit score, and they will run your credit history. They'll run your credit report. Your credit report is your credit history. Every loan you've ever had, your payment history. And they spit it out. If you got a lot of stuff, there'll be a lot of stuff. If you've never done it, there won't be anything. Like I said, right now your credit score is horrible. But a credit report is running your credit history to see how well you handled lifting weights, to see how well you've made payments, to see how well you've handled your credit. Based this credit report, based on your credit report, you have a credit score. Every once in a while I see commercials about your credit score. Your credit score is a 3-digit, I misspelled that, I'm sure. 3-digit number. Anywhere from like 500, maybe a little lower, to 850, maybe a little bit higher than that. No one's going to get higher than like 850, 900. This score tells you how good you can lift weights, right? This credit score, they look at that credit score and they determine, should this person get the loan? Your credit score determines, are you getting the loan? If you walk in the weight room and there's 400 pounds in the squat rack, they're going to look at you and say, no, you can't lift that. Or they'll look at you and say, oh yeah, you can lift that. No problem. Are you going to get the loan? And what is your interest going to be? The amount of money it's going to cost you to get this loan. If you have a bad credit score, then your the interest you're paying, if you get the loan, the interest you pay is going to be really high if you have bad credit score. My roommate is a car guy. He told me a story one time years ago. He was a finance guy. This couple came in and their credit score was horrible. So he was going to try to give them a loan for this car. I think it was this is a long time ago, it was like a $14,000 car. It was a Mazda Protege, I think, which is not a big deal. This couple tried to get a loan, and anyway, they were going to end up, the loan they were able to get, it was like a $14,000 car, and they were going to end up paying $36,000 for that car because they had a low credit score, and the interest they were going to have to pay was huge because they were a bad risk. So this number here, if you are in the 800s, that is great. If you have a credit score in the 800s, you are getting a loan, your interest is there, you might even qualify for 0% interest, which let me tell you, that's fantastic, that's amazing. If you're in the 700s, okay, that's good. You're getting a loan, interest might be a little bit higher. 600, that's not good. May or may not get the loan. Interest is going to be way higher. 500. You don't have to write all this stuff down. I just want you to see. 500 is Godzilla. Yikes. Remember when Whitey Cody was on the sign said yikes when the block was falling? You're not getting a loan. And if you're applying, let's say you have a bad credit score. Let's say you're somewhere in here, and you apply for credit. Let's say you've got a 585 credit score, and you go and you try to apply for a loan. You're having trouble squatting, and you're trying to add weight. The fact that you're trying to add weight when you're having a hard time handling what you got, that is going to drop your credit score. Because you're too dumb to realize, I can't handle this anyway, and I'm trying to add weight, that's going to lower your credit score. We'll get to that later. Anyway, I hope credit score kind of makes sense. The higher the number, the better you are. The lower the number, the worse you are. Identity theft. Y'all heard this. We got all this stuff on computers, got this stuff on your phone. If somebody can hack into your stuff, if they can get access to your info, then they can get your money, they can get your stuff. They can get your stuff, your bank records. They can apply for loans in your name. If they get access to your info, they can apply for loans that you don't realize, you don't know about. If you're not paying attention, it can jack your life up. Now you can apply and buy. You can join these companies and they can monitor stuff for you. Banks monitor stuff to save themselves money. They don't offer this stuff protection for your benefit. They do it for their benefit, so it doesn't cost them much. But you got to be really careful with your stuff. You got to be really careful with your. I hate when the computer makes you put their password in and not mine. It has to have all this crap in it, but that's to protect you. You can change it and that's identity theft. You've heard of that. Depreciation. Depreciation is when something loses value. I know it's misspelled. Explain to your parents if I don't know why they didn't watch this, but explain to them I can't spell it, but I can communicate. Alright, that communicates. Loses value after you buy it. Cars. When you buy a car, if you buy a car, when you drive off the lot, the value of that car on the lot, $35,000. You drive it off the lot, $27,000. Okay? It loses value. You can't turn around and sell it. because you're gonna lose money. Depreciation, it loses value after you buy. Cars depreciate. Food depreciates. Houses don't depreciate usually. They'll usually gain value. Cars will lose value. Now, keep the car 20 years, you keep it nice, you can start to bounce back. But when you buy a new car, it is going to depreciate. It's going to lose value. We'll talk about that here in a second. Actually, right now. We're going to talk now, the rest of this stuff is, like right now, next year, I'm going to find somewhere to live. Your plate's broke, you get to go out on your own. You can choose to, you're probably going to rent a place, rent an apartment, rent a house, lease a house. You're probably not going to buy anything, buy a house. So we're going to look at buying a house, leasing an apartment, leasing a house, buying a car, leasing a car. Not renting a car, not renting a car for a day, but like you can lease a car. Now, get this right up front. I am not telling you a car lease is for you. It is an option. And I want to explain the good and bad to both of them. Right? If you're going to buy the car, you're going to go get a loan, go to the car dealership, buy the car, drive it off, and make payments, and you want to own the car. There are some good and there are some bad. Let's look at the good things here. Good thing about buying a car, one thing is it can help build your credit. Your credit score. We're going to, next week, talk about getting in depth about credit. How to build good credit, how to keep good credit, how to use credit wisely. We need that next week. I go back to lifting weights. You've got to lift weights to get good at lifting weights. You've got to lift weights to get strong. You've got to run to get fast. If you want to have good credit, you have to use credit. So if you go in and buy a car, sign on a car, and you're making payments, you're proving I can lift weights. You're showing I can lift the weight. And that will build your credit score. Your credit score will go up. As you pay the car off, the weight comes off the bar, your credit score goes way up. Making payments on time, your credit score ticks up. Get rid of the weight, pay the loan off, credit score goes up. So that's why you help build your credit score. Another one is you're getting something of value. When you pay the car off, you now own a car. You now own something that is worth money. And you can, at some point, you might trade it in on another car. You can sell it. Because you bought it, you can receive something from it. Every payment you make is gaining you something. Right? You're getting to own something. With buying the car, you get to make decisions about it. You get to decide what to do with it. If you want to drive to Minnesota, you can drive to Minnesota. If you want to race it, you can race it. Now, you're also responsible. You put 50,000 miles on a year on a car. There's some ramifications to that, but you can do that if you want to. The biggest negative to buying a car is the depreciation. It loses value. And let's say you have a 5-year loan. 60 months. We'll get to this next week. You should never have more than a 60-month loan. Don't get these 84-month loans, 72-month loans. The reason they do that is so people can afford these house payments for these huge cars, these Yukons, all these kind of things. Don't go 72 months, 84 months. You're talking about 7 years of making payments on the car. Anyway, on the soapbox. This 5-year loan, for at least the first 3.5 years of the loan, you are going to owe, maybe even more. I'm just throwing numbers out there. You are going to owe more than the car is worth. If you had to trade the car in, they'll let you trade it in. But let's say you owe $20,000 on the car, it's worth $14,500. Oh, they'll let you trade that in. But now they will add that extra $5,500, which is the difference between what it's worth, what you owe and what it's worth, and they will add that into your new loan. So now instead of paying $30,000 for this car, you're now having to borrow $35,500, add the interest to that, so you're really making payments on two cars. So if you're upside, this is being upside down. Upside down is when you owe more than what it's worth. And that's because of depreciation. You buy a brand new car. I don't know if I've ever done this. When I was 26 years old, I bought my first brand new car. Brand new truck. And I was so proud to sign my name. I drove it off. It's a brand new truck. When you get a brand new car, even if you get a used car, when you first get a car, you get out, get home, you shut the door, you take a step, and you look. Take two more steps, and you look. And you keep walking, you get to the door, you get it, and you turn and look. You go inside the house, that thing is everything, that car is everything, it's amazing. You love it, you're not going to eat french fries in it, I'm not going to mess this car up, then you get your first scratch, and eventually you get to where you don't care about it. But that, after a while, you want a new one. 2 trucks ago, I bought my dream truck. It's 4 doors, we could all go to Lowe's together. Used to have to flip a coin when we had the single cab. We flip coins so we went to Lowe's. But all 4 of us could go to Lowe's anyway. It was this white Ford with this tan bottom part, and it's really pretty. Well, we pull up to one of the Colts basketball games after I bought it, and we're at Alvord Gym. We pull up right next to it was a Ford, I think it was a 4x4, it was just like mine, it was a Lariat, it was that much taller, and we pulled up, as soon as we pulled up, Christy went, oh no. I looked over and said, Christy, it's okay, I got a great truck. I did look at that truck as I walked by, I was like, man, that's a nice truck. After a while, you're kind of tired of that vehicle, and you want some new vehicle. Well, if you're upside down, you can, but you don't need to go trade again. So that's the big negative to buying a car. You have to deal with depreciation. Now let's look at leasing a vehicle. Right? If you lease a vehicle, it means you're agreeing to pay for this car for 36 months. Then you're going to turn it back in. Got 15 things we're doing right now. I'm going to show you the first good thing about leasing. Leasing is not for everybody. You probably don't need to lease a vehicle right now because you don't know what your situation is going to be. You have an idea what your situation is going to be, but if you're driving an hour a day, that's not the time to lease a vehicle. Right? Let me show you the good and the bad to lease. You're agreeing to lease this vehicle for 36 months. Good thing about that is, number one, you are not paying for the depreciation. You don't have to deal with depreciation because you're not buying the whole car. You're not buying 100% of the car. You are buying 36 months of that car. So that's all you got to pay for. And because of that, the payment is lower. The amount of money you're paying every month is lower. When you lease a vehicle, you're paying for 36 months of the car. The mileage is limited. Usually about 15,000 miles. Because you're not paying, you're only paying for this 36 months. At the end of 3 years, you've got 45,000 miles or less on this vehicle. They sell it as a used car with low mileage, and that's where they make up the rest of the money. This is not for everybody. Right now, you might be driving less than 15,000. Next year, you might be driving more. You never know. We had a guy, 2000. We had a guy that came on. He was going to college in North Texas, and he was doing some student teaching here, and we paid him a coaching stipend. We paid him to coach. So he's just making, we're paying him, say, maybe $300 a month, $200 a month, I don't know. And he leased a little truck. Now, he leased it the year before, because he was going to college. And now he's driving back and forth to Denton once, sometimes twice a day. And that jacked up his lease. If you go over the mileage, if you end up going over, it costs you money, a few cents a mile, every mile over that, and that can add up pretty quick. So I'm not telling you you need to lease a vehicle right now. We lease. We are leasing Little Christy's car because we live right there. We don't drive much. I am buying my truck. The next truck I get, which will be years from now, I'm going to lease because I don't drive it. I have 2 trucks ago. I had a truck for 8 years and 40,000 miles on it. So leasing is good for me. It might not be good for you. Your payment's lower. You're not worried about depreciation because you trade it in every 3 years. You get a new vehicle every 3 years because you're not worried about depreciation. You're not worried about what you owe. You're just making payments, and as long as you can keep it under the mileage, everything's good. Then you get a new vehicle every 3 years. Also, never getting anything of value. You're never going to own that vehicle. You're never going to get any money out of it. You're never going to have a trade-in. You're never going to be able to sell it. You're just making payments the whole time. Okay? That's a list. Now let's look at the house. Let's lease a house. Number one positive is not a low payment. You're not going to pay a lower payment by rent. It's always going to be more. Buying a house, if you buy a house, you're paying for the house. If you're renting an apartment, if you're renting a home from somebody, the reason they're renting it to you is so they can make money off of it. So you're paying them the cost of the house plus a few more months. So it's not cheaper to rent. It's more expensive to rent. It is convenient. When you lease an apartment, when you lease a house, it is much easier to get into that lease, and it's easy to get out of it compared to buying a house. Let's say you sign a 12-month lease, which means you agree to live there for 12 months and you agree to make 12 payments. If you switch jobs and have to move, you can get out of that. It's going to cost you money. And it might cost you a bad reference, but you can get out of that. If you're buying a house, you can't get out of that. You got to get somebody else to pick up that payment. You got to sell it, whatever. But it is convenient. If next year you probably need to buy a house because you don't know what you're going to be doing the next 30 years or 15 years. If that makes any sense. It's easier to get in than a house. It's easier to get out of than buy. So it's convenient. Also, you're not responsible. Now, if you're bowling in the hallway and the bowling ball hits the water heater and it blows up, you're responsible. You know that if the water heater blows up and there's water everywhere, you're not responsible. The landlord is responsible for that. If your air conditioner goes out, you may call the landlord, hey, your air conditioner went out. And you go about your day. If you are playing baseball and the baseball hits the air conditioner and jacks it up, now you're responsible. So you're not responsible unless you do it. Also, if you're leasing an apartment, if you're leasing a house, you hear some weird sound, the air conditioner's making a weird sound, there's smoke coming out of here, call your landlord and tell them so it doesn't get worse. If you know the air conditioner's acting weird, call and tell him. He'd rather you call and tell him and they check on it and end up not being anything and just let it go and it blows up and it costs thousands of dollars. That part's your responsibility to let them know what's going on. So, let's see, the negative. To lease the house. The negative is no value. You never own it. We're buying our house, so we can sell it and make some money. When you leave your apartment, when you leave your rented house, you get nothing in return. Okay, except for your deposit. I guess this is another negative. You have to make a deposit. Basically, if you're in paradise and you're renting a house from somebody, it's probably going to cost you 2 months rent. First day. If you do everything right and you move out, everything's good, you get that deposit back. If you go to the city, you might have to put a deposit down, pay the first and the last month's rent. So it might cost you 3 months' rent. But you have to put down this deposit, and as long as you do everything right, you're going to get it back. If you don't do everything right, you're not going to get it back. The other negative, deposit. Oh yeah, it's not yours. If you are renting a house, you can't just paint a room. You can't nail pictures on the wall. You can't change something up. You can't fix something, take a walk. If you own the house, you do whatever you want to do. As long as you're not living in a homeowners association. If you, sometimes you hear about these news stories where they say this old man, old veteran, not allowed to put flag up. Well, if you sign a homeowners agreement and they say you don't allow flagpoles, you sign that agreement. But as long as you're buying a house and there's no agreement in place and no restrictions, you do what you want to. If you're renting the house, leasing the house, you can't even nail things on the wall unless you get their permission, because it's not yours. A lot of times, they will let you paint it if you do it right. And they might even pay for the paint because that's keeping it fresh, but you can't make that decision. You don't get to make any decisions. Because it's not yours. Let's get to buying a house. Best thing about buying a house is you get something of value. At some point, you're going to be able to sell it and make money. Or, like if we die before we sell this house, Cole Pacer, we'll be able to sell and make some money off of it. Because you're gaining value, you're owning something. Every penny you make, it's closer and closer to owning something. It's some value. You get to do what you want. You get to change stuff. You get to paint stuff. You get to make it yours. Because it's yours, you own it. If you want to paint it, you can paint it. If you want to add something, you can add something. If you want to nail stuff, I got so much crap nail on the wall, but it's good. The negative here, it's tough to get in. Tough to get into a house. You're going to buy it, you got to go through this whole long, drawn-out process. You have to apply for a loan, you have to be approved for a loan, you have closing costs. We'll get more into that, closing costs, all that stuff. But it's tough to get into. And tough to get out of it. If you buy a house and you sign a 30-month loan or a 50-month loan, 30-year loan or 15-year loan, you're legally bound to make those payments. I don't care how it happens, you got to make those payments. So let's say we're buying this house and I get fired and I've got to go to College Station and work at A&M Consolidated High School. I can't drive back and forth every day. We're going to have to move. If we can't sell the house, I guess we could rent it, but then you're stuck. We're living in College Station and we're having a mess with our house here because it's our responsibility. If we have to sell it, then you're not going to make as much money off of it. If you want to sell it, you can make as much money, whatever you can make, because you can wait it out. But if we have to sell it in 2 months, we got to take the first bid. If someone makes a bid on our house, we got to take it, because we got to get out of here. So it's tough to get in, tough to get out. When we first got married, I told Christy, we'll never own a house before we retire, because coaches don't buy houses because you got to move every year. Get fired from this, or you got to move to this. We've owned 2 houses now. Three houses built too. Only 3. There's not a lot to go. You don't ever know. The other negative is you are responsible. I love storms. I love clouds, I love weather. I don't want, now whenever there's a storm, if I know there's hail, I'm worried. Because my house is my responsibility. Now, if I was renting, I wouldn't care, because that's their responsibility. If something goes wrong, I gotta get it fixed. I'm responsible for getting it fixed. If you're renting and something goes wrong, they're responsible. So the pressure's on you. You've got to take care of it. You've got to make sure it gets taken care of. You've got to pay for it. If something goes wrong, if something messes up. All right. Well, that's good. We'll get more into buying houses, buying cars, and all that stuff later on. Next week. All right, go buy groceries. I don't know. We used to do this grocery project, because buying groceries is tough. I know y'all have done it. I know next year you're going to buy ramen noodles, but with a family and buying food that keeps them alive, that's good, that has vegetables and something good. I mean, that's tough to do, because you got to plan out. You have this amount of money to buy groceries this month or this week, whatever you pay. You got to make that last. You got to get enough, and so you have to be efficient. Let's get down. With this amount of money, buying food that you have to have and that keeps you alive, and not going to the doctor all the time because your body's jacked up. You have to try to be efficient with the amount of money you have to buy groceries. So, the number one thing, when you're buying groceries, the number one thing you have to be able to do is plan out. Plan out meals so you know what kind of food and stuff you need to make these meals. You have to know what you need, and you have to know the amount you need. Right now we got a 52-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a 21-year-old. And they're lot of food. 3 boys, 3 grown boys, and now Titan is starting to eat a lot of food. It's tough, and to make stuff we want to eat, and then the amount we want to have, that's tough to do. So, you have got to make a list. Plan out what you need and the amount you need. You don't want to buy too much, because that wastes money. You don't want to buy too little, because you got to keep going back and forth. You want to be efficient with your money, because you have a limited amount to buy food. So you make a list. Number 1, make a list. Number 2, this is very important. I didn't mention today. I went to town to get some stuff, and I wrote out what I needed. And about halfway there, I realized I didn't have a list. So you got to make a list. Number 2, take the list. It's really good to make it if you don't take it. And number 3, I want you to understand this. You can never go when you're hungry. If you go to the grocery store when you're hungry, you buy a bunch of crap. And then you realize you don't have enough money to buy the things you need. So don't go when you're hungry. Drink a bunch of water. Do something where you're not hungry at all and not thinking about food when you go to buy groceries. So make the list, take the list, never go when you're hungry. I'm going to try to figure something out. I don't know what I can do for the grocery project. Listen. Last, equipment. Buy versus rent. As you get older, you have to do stuff around the house. You might have a business where I worked for a guy one time, and I had to help clear this road for a drilling company. They were going to drill back here. They had to build a road back to the a highway, but like a road to get the equipment back down to the drilling stuff. This is an awesome stuff. This is Dad's by Brick. This is a great song. In a little bit, they're going to play a not jazz flute. They're going to play this jam flute. And I'll let you listen to it. Anyway, he'd cut all these trees down, and my job was I had to go rent what do we need behind I had to rent a wood chipper, a big wood chipper. The easiest thing, you put the limbs in, and it chews up and spits out things up like mulch and stuff. It was fun and scary at the same time, because you've got these metal wheels with these jagged spikes sticking out, and you put these limbs in and it just chews it up. And I heard a story about some guy that was doing it, and his arm got cut, and he went into the wood chipper and killed it. Anyway, at some point, you're probably going to rent equipment or buy equipment, and we got to decide which to do. When we built our first house, I did a lot of work on it, didn't have any money, and I was doing all the painting inside and out. So I was going to need a paint spray, right? Just for time, just to really get it done. For still my coaching and teaching job. It's just like Saturdays on this morning. A good paint sprayer at that time cost about $250, $300. I could rent one for $50 a day, plus the $50 deposit. So the decision is, do I rent it for $50 a day? Do I buy it, let's say $250? I was going to use it. One Saturday I was going to paint the inside, one Saturday paint the outside. So I was going to use it for 2 days. So 2 days will cost me $100 plus, here you go, it's a flip. Yeah. Brick. Brick is the group. Daz is the name of the song. Love that song. Alright. So it cost me $100. I rented it because I'm only going to use it for 2 days. It would cost me $250 to buy it. Yes, I can use it and try to sell it, but who knows if I can ever make this $250. What if I'm going to use it 3 to 4 times? Now I might buy it. So it comes down to your use. If you're going to use it enough to justify buying it, okay? If you're going to use it enough, go ahead and buy it. If you're not going to use it enough, if you're only going to use it 1 or 2 times, then you rent it. I like building furniture. I'm not good at it, but I like it. So when I built a bed, I built a kitchen table, I built little end tables. The old house, I built a lot of stuff. At one point in my house, I had every piece of furniture, the couch. So anyway, I bought a microphone because I used it enough. So if you're going to use it enough to justify buying it, just go ahead and buy it. If you're not going to use it enough, then you rent it. Alright, next week we will do, at the end of the week, I'll put one in. We'll do more, we'll get more detail with credit and debt. Hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all are finding stuff to challenge yourself. Don't sit around doing nothing. And I'll have a little Easter message for you. Some of y'all won't like it. It's okay. It's amazing. If y'all doing good, any questions, let me know. If somebody's having trouble, communicate with each other and see if you can ask me questions. We'll see if you can get through this. All right. See y'all later. Have a good week or day, whatever.